Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. And I have another author with me. Well, he's not an author. He's a good friend. Lee Salz just came out with the book, Sales Differentiation. Let me tell you something. Lee is brilliant. And before we began this recording, he was telling me about this whole thing about buying versus selling. So Lee, welcome. Tell us a little bit about the book and then jump into this whole, that discussion we were having before we pushed record.
Okay, perfect. So sales differentiation is all about differentiating how you sell in addition to what you sell. So the book has 2 sections in it and takes you through how to analyze your company, what you're selling, and find opportunities where you can provide meaningful value in that product, service, technology you offer. The other side looks at how you sell and looks at every interaction between seller and buyer and ways for you to provide meaningful value beyond what your products, services, and technology bring to bear. So the conversation Mark and I were just having is one of the core premises around the need for sales differentiation is people don't know how to buy what you sell. I work across all different industries, and I have asked salespeople all across the country, who has a greater expertise in the world of solutions in your industry, you or the people you sell to? And I've never had a salesperson say, the people I sell to, they know much, much more about my industry than I do. Well, if everyone's in agreement that we as salespeople have a greater expertise, how come we let our buyers determine the decision criteria? That's like asking a blind person what they see.
Drop the mic on that one. Okay, yeah. I love it.
Right. So if you think of most needs analysis conversations, we say we have to ask questions and ask for the pain, right? We have to find where they're having challenges. Well, what about the side of the equation where they don't perceive it could be better or different? I'll give you an example. In the state of Minnesota, and you may remember this, Mark, when you lived here, every homeowner, every business has to contract for their own trash removal. So on Wednesday mornings, there's a parade of garbage trucks that comes down my street, seemingly doing the same thing. Pulls up to the house, arm comes out, lifts up the can, dumps it out, puts the can back down, drives away, and you get an invoice at the end of the month. So one of the CEOs of these companies reached out to me. He says, Lee, you know what? I believe we have meaningful value and shouldn't have to fight for price. I said, okay, I want to hear this because what I'm seeing is it all looks the same. And it turns out there was meaningful differentiation that they had to offer. This one particular company is the only hauler, garbage truck company, if you will, that cleans your garbage cans. So twice a year, they have a truck, it's called the Can Be Clean truck, follows the garbage truck, cleans your cans. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, now that's different. That is a different, taking a commodity service and truly putting some added value behind it. Absolutely. But of course, there's an added cost to them on that.
There is, not significant. And their salespeople didn't know how to have the conversation. And these are residential salespeople. They're knocking on doors, they're making phone calls. So we developed what I call a positioning question, which is an open-ended question that maps back to a particular differentiator, in this case, the Can Be Clean truck. So after they knock on the door and they go through the pleasantries, next thing out of their mouth, when's the last time you had your garbage cans cleaned? Because we know they never have, or they suffered through it and did it themselves. And right in this moment, we've helped someone to think differently about something as simple as trash. Yeah, why isn't someone cleaning my garbage cans? I hate the smell of my garage. Right? If someone knocked on your door to talk to you about a trash service, unless they said, I'm going to cut your price by 50%, you're probably not even going to open the door. So this is a very creative way of helping someone see that there's more opportunity out there than what they might be receiving. So if I limit my questions to just what you perceive, you would never say to me, boy, you know what? I would love it if someone cleaned my garbage cans, because you don't even know the service exists. So that's where, back to what I said, people don't know how to buy what you sell, and they also don't want to be lectured. So through questioning, you need to lead them down a path so that they see what you see. So much like an attorney, right? Attorneys in court, they don't get to testify. They have to ask questions of a witness to paint the picture for the decision-making group, the jury, so that they see what the attorney sees. Same concept.
Wow. So right there, if you haven't come up with enough reasoning, intelligence, brilliance as to why you need to buy this book, just from what Lee, think about that. Think about your own business. That's huge. And now that I'm thinking about this company, to get people to convert, really, it's only going to be on price. But then it becomes a price game. But by offering the cleaning service, so what you're really showing in this book is how do you find those little ways to differentiate yourself with your
Absolutely.
customer?
I'll give you another example.
Yeah.
I had to have insulation blown in my attic. I've never bought that before. I'm also not handy. I don't know anything about it. So I let my fingers do the walking. Now, you and I were talking about some historical things that was usually associated with the Yellow Pages. Now I associate that with Google. And I found 3 companies to handle insulation work. 2 of them sent the salesperson out, gave me a price, and that was that. Third one, prior to coming out, sent me an email. And in that email, they said, I'm guessing you've never purchased this before. Here are a series of questions that you want to ask of potential suppliers. And here are some important consideration points as you make this decision. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Game changer, game changer, game changer.
Yeah, something as commodity as insulation, someone has differentiated how they sell. And I bought from him. Was his price any better? No. Was the insulation any better? I have no idea. But he helped me buy, helped me make an informed decision. As a matter of fact, he was the only one that told me that the utility company offered a $500 rebate. You didn't even mention it. And that money doesn't come out of his pocket, but right away I'm like, this guy has expertise. He knows what he's doing, and that's who I want to work with.
Wow, I love it. Hey, there's another story. There's another reason. And in the book, you got a lot of checklists in there, a lot of questions, so forth. That's
True.
what I love about the book. And the 19 sales differentiators that you have in there. Hey, Lee, where do they get the book?
Go on Amazon. Yep, you go on Amazon. It's available hardcover, Kindle, and audiobook.
Great, great. And how do people get in touch with you?
You can go to my website, Sales Architects, and that's plural, architects.com.
Hey, my name is Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter, and Lee and I really get along real well because I do see on his shelf back there, up on top, copy of my book, High Profit Prospecting. Hey, but we're talking Lee Salz, Sales Differentiation. Pick up the book. We're out of here later.